What's going on, fam? It's your man, VACAY-JAY, and yes, I'm back with another video. This is for The Chi, Season 6, Episode 3. These are my quick thoughts. And yeah, it was a pretty cool episode. You know, there was some things that I think a lot of people were expecting, but it didn't pop off the way that people thought it was going to pop off. And just straight out the gate, we're talking about Darnell and Duda. And yeah, I think people were expecting a whole lot more from this confrontation because that's how the trailer kind of set it up. But like I predicted, like my final predictions that we did, the final predictions live that I did with Tika Deshawn, All Things Ruthless, I said that, yeah, Darnell wasn't going to get popped. And I kind of knew that was going to happen. Didn't really know how it was going to end, but I knew Darnell wasn't going to get popped at all, So I think people were expecting a little bit more, maybe a little strap fight or whatever, but it didn't go down. But other than that, it was a pretty feel-good episode. The housewarming party went well. We had a little riff between Keisha and Tiff where, they just wanted, little EJ to kind of like not really listen to profanity or hear profanity on the radio or whatever. And Tiff was just really not feeling the way that Emmett and Keisha kind of approached it. And she was on some like, well, whatever you do in your house, you do in your house, I'll do in mine. She wasn't really open to the conversation, kind of like feeling like they were kind of blaming her, which, all in all, yeah, if a kid hears, some curse words being done and it's not being done with Emmett and Keisha, yeah, of course they're going to blame, Tiff. But, she kind of took responsibility when she realized they were kind of right. Here we go with Rob. Speaking of Rob is actually now asking some questions, right? Rob and Nuck was outside and they were smoking. And yeah, he was asking around. He was asking like, yo, what do you know about, my uncle's, death and murder? Like, do you know? And of course, Nuck was right there with Duda when Duda took out Q, right? But of course, Nuck ain't going to say nothing. Rob introduces, that whole organic weed to Nuck. And he's like, oh, you're not smoking, do the stuff no more? He's like, nah, we just sell it, right? So, of course, Rob ain't going to put them on to them growing it, right? But Rob is going to do his investigation. I don't think Rob really believed Nuck because Nuck was kind of like, I don't know nothing, but he couldn't look him in the eyes when he said it, right? So let's go inside the house. They dancing to the wobble. I was kind of feeling the wobble. I was kind of dancing with them too. It was cool to see everybody there. And while they're dancing, Emmett rolls up on Kevin, and they're like, yeah, we family and everything else like that. And, he asks him if he misses home and stuff like that. But Emmett catches Kevin looking at Maisha. He's like, oh, shoot, you like Maisha? Like, what's going on? Y'all getting back together? He's like, oh, we still figuring it out, And he's like, oh, if I have my own spot, I'll be doing shorties like this and that. And he was like, yeah, something different. I really like Maisha. And he's like, yeah, I know what you mean. So we know that Kevin definitely is really feeling Maisha. Almost the same way that Emmett is really loving on Keisha, Now, Duda definitely does show up and he stops the show. He stops the party. Everybody's looking at him crazy. He's giving Emmett a gift. We saw it in the trailer. He gave him a strap, but he wanted him to open it like immediately, Emmett's father, Darnell, he definitely notices what's going on. And yeah, he goes up and Emmett is in the mirror practicing with this strap that Duda gave him, trying to be a G, trying to be, a boss or whatever. But Emmett is still green to all of this stuff. But we find out that Darnell did find out where Emmett put the strap, rolled up on Duda and said, my son's not going to need this strap. If anything happens to my son, it's curtains for you, right? Again, nothing happened. So there was a lot going on in the episode. I'm going to give it, I'm going to rate it later, but I'm going to rate it right now. I'm going to give it like a cool 8. I'm going to give it a cool 8, because Bakari and Lene, they kind of got into it. Your boy is back. What's his name? The comedian, right? Del Rey. D-Ray is back, right? D-Ray is back as Mashawn. the man advisor, whatever, and he's up in there making jokes. But, it was a pretty good episode. Like I said, I'm going to give it an 8, feel good episode. So, fam, you know what it is, fam. We're going to keep this thing going. Definitely check us out Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go live. We're going to break down the episode. We're going to give our thoughts, opinions, and everything else like that. And definitely keep it locked, fam. Keep it locked right here on VACAY-JayTV. Listen, I appreciate you all for watching. Listen, if you found me for the first time, definitely do me a favor. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Definitely comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts on what you thought about this episode 3. And definitely we're going to hear your thoughts and see your comments on Monday live, 8 p.m. right here on VACAY-JayTV. Family, I appreciate you. Make sure you join the channel for some exclusive behind the scenes footage from the Chi and from some other shows too. I got a lot of exclusives coming, so definitely join up and you're going to get a whole lot of exclusives. Definitely we're going to give you a shout out for being a member, and we're going to show you a whole lot of love and make sure that you'll get those exclusives. All right, family? Listen, I appreciate you all. Thank you all for your love and support. Let's keep this thing going. And until next time, salute.